Good evening, everybody. It's Dr. Galvin with the coronavirus update for the day. Today's Saturday, and as you guys usually know on Saturday, I try to downplay the news and give a kind of a message of taking a deep breath, relaxing, be thankful for what we've got. So I'm gonna cover the numbers. We're gonna cover a little bit of stuff today. We're gonna keep it short. I want everybody to kind of relax and enjoy their Saturday, and we'll be back tomorrow. And I'm actually working the emergency department tomorrow night and on Monday night, so we should have some interesting, follow-up discussion Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Numbers: 2.3 million cases worldwide today, 158,000 deaths, 590,000 recoveries in the U.S., 764,000 cases, 38,000 deaths. 63,000 recoveries here in North Carolina, 6,140 cases and up to 164 deaths. That's up 12 in the last 24 hours. There's some good news. Hospitalization rates in New York City are dropping and the death rates are dropping. Now still, yesterday 540 people died of this virus in New York, but that's the lowest number it's been in about 2 weeks, so that's good. I happened to have we had a fraternity reunion that was canceled because of the virus, and we did a virtual lock-in last night with a bunch of guys and reconnected. And one of my good friends is a physician in New York, and we had a long discussion on the phone today about the situation there, and it's really quite unbelievable how much that system has been overwhelmed, but they're starting to see some hopeful signs. I think as we get better at treating the virus, we're able to manage it a little bit better. So I think that that's all good news. I think that there's some good news on the treatment front. There's been a positive trial of Remdisivir, which is an unapproved antiviral drug that's being used in compassionate use, but some early clinical data, again, very early, not peer-reviewed, shows some significant improvement of symptoms in the very sick population. So that's a very promising development. There are a number of other drugs that are being trialed. I think that hydroxychloroquine is really starting to lose favor amongst other places. I know in our hospital we've removed azithromycin from the protocol because it doesn't work. We are still using hydroxychloroquine, and some of the hospitals in New York, they're no longer using azithromycin, and some of them are even not using hydroxychloroquine because there's fairly significant side effects in terms of arrhythmias and other things, especially in these really sick folks. So I think I've been a skeptic about hydrochloroquine from the very beginning, and I think that it's starting to, as we're getting more and more data, it's certainly showing to not be the cure that everybody thought it was. Maybe there's some role to treat. Lots of protests, right? Reopen, we've seen it in the news. And I understand, I'm a business owner. I absolutely understand the desire to get back and reopen our businesses. I hear you. And, it's a free country. And we can protest, and if you want to, flout the restrictions, everything else. But remember that this is not something that the government's mandating. It's not something that our politicians have control over. Ultimately, who's going to decide? The virus is going to decide. So, we can protest as much as we want, but if we suddenly see big spikes in cases because of these protests, it'll be a telling thing. I talked to you yesterday about the 19 cases that were derived from a birthday party, a wedding, and something else here locally that happened just an Easter dinner that happened. So 19 cases generated from a couple events with less than 10 people attending. So if you guys want to go out and protest with 1,000 people, my guess would be that we're going to see a spike in cases amongst those people that attend the protest sometime a week to 2 weeks later. So again, that decision, as much as we want to intellectually think it's our decision, it's really the virus's decision, and we're going to have to sort of see what happens. Now, we talked about yesterday, there's some information that we might have higher positive rates in the community than we previously thought, but the study that we cited yesterday showed a 4% rate of positive tests in a community. Remember, we need about 70% for immunity. So there's good news on the horizon. Do I think that we should lift restrictions tomorrow? I don't think so. The initial phase 1 recommendations are 2 weeks with dropping caseloads, and we're really not seeing that anywhere. The curves are all going up every single state in the union, so probably reversing restrictions at this point is premature. there's some math there. Do we want to release restrictions and understand that we might kill 500,000 people? If that's the math that people want to follow, well, maybe that's reasonable. Again, I want to keep it short today. We've been going through this now for weeks, and I think every once in a while we need to take a deep breath. It's overwhelming. We're stuck at home. Our lives are disrupted. Our families are disrupted. Our livelihoods are disrupted. But if you're watching this video and you're home healthy, that's something to be thankful for. Do something nice for somebody else. Reach out. Do a virtual visit, a phone call. Drop a little present off on somebody's front step. Understand that we're in this, it's going to go on for a long time. How we deal with it is really an indication of who we are as a society, who we are individually as people, who we are as families. And so on this Saturday, take a deep breath, relax, put your feet up, don't worry about it for a little while. We'll continue doing the updates as we go along. On a lighter note, I've got a viewer challenge. I wear a different t-shirt every Saturday or so. So I want to see who can identify what this logo is from. That's your challenge. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to our YouTube channel. So I told you yesterday that I'm getting some outside help from some people that really know what they're doing. And the first thing was, hey, you need to get 100 subscribers to your YouTube channel. You've only got 33. And until you do that, we can't have your own URL. So I think I asked people to subscribe at like 6:30 maybe last night is when I posted the video. And I went out and played disc golf with my son out in a field. And about an hour later, I looked down and my wife had texted me and said, if you looked at the site, we had 200 likes. And I think now we're up to 500 plus subscribers. So thank you very much. If you want to help us out, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and hit the little bell. We're going to be posting all the videos there, but also I'm going to be start filming answers to these common questions, and we're going to put them on YouTube so you can search for a particular question, because on Facebook you really can't do that, and very often the answers are buried within another video. So we're going to be working on that. We do have an online weight loss coach program that we're working on, because that's one of my passions, is to improve people's performance, and weight loss is a big piece of what we do. And we're gonna have a couple different options. One that's very inexpensive, just an app and a program designed by me to help you lose weight. And then some other tiers where you actually will get live coaching every week or every couple weeks. We have a great set of health coaches. And so we're building that out. More to come on that in the next few days. In the meantime, take a deep breath. If you are of that bent, maybe have a refreshing adult beverage tonight. Put your feet up, relax, take a deep breath. Wash your hands, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, take care of those around you, and I will be back tomorrow. And what is this?